Apparently people like listening to me yap about random things for an extended period of time, so what better excuse do I have to talk about all of the characters of one of my favourite games of all time than to do another bloody ranking video. To avoid the video being really long, I'm gonna be splitting this into two, starting off with the plants, because they're the first in the title. However, this isn't gonna be your bog standard tier list, where I rank how competitively viable every character is in the Garden Warfare 2 metagame. Everyone's done one of those. Instead, I've got a whole system with multiple categories and everything. How handsome I think they are, how good at their job I think they are, how creative of a concept I think they are, and how much I want to bludgeon them with a metal bar. These 4 categories will be marked out of 25 and then added together, giving each character a score out of 100. Also, don't take this video too seriously. It's basically just an excuse for me to yap about a game I like for an hour straight, rather than a serious ranking video. This deflects me from all criticism, yeah! Anyway. So what is my least favourite plant in Garden Warfare 2? The most ugly, creatively bankrupt, rage-inducing jobber out of the entirety of Crazy Dave's car boot sale, Twilight Chomper. The only reason this character even exists is to monetize the fact that the Unicorn Chomper can't even be legally obtained anymore, so Jonathan Garden Warfare 2 player can get to his max rank. The Twilight Chomper literally just looks identical to the Unicorn Chomper, but slathered in blue food colouring. Didn't know they had #1 Chomper Enjoyer 358 on PopCap's payroll, with his Sonic the Hedgehog recolor OC. Has the same vibes as the multicoloured Marios on SMG4. There are 0 cosmetic differences between Unicorn and Twilight Chomper, other than their coloration. So for being a cheap, lazy, recolored knockoff, you get 0 points in appearance. So how good is this blue horse to actually use? Is it worth the £6? No. I mean, for Chomper standards, it's probably one of the better ones. But it's a Chomper, a character that runs around biting people in a game where the entire enemy team has a gun. Isn't gonna be that good, is it? However, unlike other Chompers, the Twilight Chomper has a trick up its sloppily recolored sleeves, the Twilight Warp. This warp slingshots you halfway across the entire continent, allowing Twilight Chomper the niche of warping into enemy fire, killing someone most of the time, and then dying instantly, which, whilst all Chompers can do, this is the one that does it the fastest. Also, for some reason, they gave it the same base speed as the Hot Rod Chomper and a slower but stronger bite. It seems like they just put all the Unicorn Chomper's stats into a tumble dryer. Yeah, can I get a Chomper with a stronger bite, lower rate of fire, only 1 warp, but make it a large, not too much HP, and make it quick? So for that, it gets a viability score of 11. As for creativity, there isn't any. Again, the sole reason this thing exists is to monetize the Unicorn Chomper erasure. They're monetizing a problem that they created instead of just letting people import it in. I mean, when it first came out, you could do a community challenge thing to get it, but that was 6 years ago at this point. Yeah, people are struggling to get a limited time character. I know, we'll make a limited time character as an alternative. But don't worry, you can always cough up some dough. How else are we gonna fund the fentanyl we take before making the balancing patch notes? So for creativity, another 0. No creativity to be seen. Even the quote-unquote custom ability is just 2 Unicorn Chomper warps glued together. A warp that, unlike its prestigious counterpart, doesn't give any invincibility frames whilst you're using it. They just forgot. Because this is a scuffed character. Not even the render is done right. Like, look at it. It's just off. Looks like something the janitor at PopCap Vancouver scrounged up in half an hour. And finally, tolerability. It's a character that insta-kills you when you get close to it, that can teleport to you in half a second. If you've gained the ire of one of these things, you are not having a good time. That thing will be back again and again, like throwing a boomerang that will stick you in a bear trap if you don't catch it. A third 0 in tolerability with a total score of a whopping 11. They gave us this instead of Torchwood and Hovergoat variants. Also, a bit of a tangent, but am I the only one who feels like the Twilight Chomper was a warning, a foreboding harbinger of death, a sign of times to come? Because the instant they added this thing, the entire franchise seemed to just nosedive into mediocrity. Think about it. The biggest outrage in a pre-Twilight Chomper world was when they made us pay £3 for the squash. This character is an unpolished, rehashed version of a pre-existing creation. Now where have I heard that before? The Twilight Chomper was a look into the bleak future of the Plants vs. Zombies franchise, a churned up husk only created out of a drive for profit. No love in that black heart of the Twilight Chomper. And for being the first domino to topple in the most depressing chain reaction in the franchise, cements the Twilight Chomper as the worst plant. Actually, no, the worst character in this game. No zombie is sinking this deep.